Maintaining positivity can seem almost impossible with the stresses we deal with day in and day out, but our next guest says by remaining calm, you can improve your life and feel a whole lot better overall. Joining me now is Dr. Deborah Schneider, an inspirational speaker and the author of the book, Ignite Calm. Deb, thanks so much for being here on CT Style.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So you have a lot of experience with trying to help people make the best of their lives. How did this all come about?
Well, for me, I'm a pro at making lemonade. So lemon squares, sure. Lemon pie, the whole bit. For me, it came from a challenge in my own life. My daughter was born with a rare brain malformation, so it shook me up. I went away from my normal life and kind of went inside myself and realized that's where the true answers were for me. So my whole realm of personal development came from that. And I want other people not to have to worry about having their foundation shook. It's something they can access right now.
Sure, and the book came out in November, and how's it going so far?
So far, so good. So I need people to ignite calm, not just stay calm, but actually engage this new process of calm.
So that's what we're going to talk about right now. You kind of break down the word calm for us. Creativity, authenticity, luminosity, mindfulness. So let's break that down further. Let's start with creativity. Why is it so important to be creative?
Well, for us, creativity is our ability to create, our ability to be individual, know how we each are ourselves. You're your best self. Your guest, your co-host is his best self. Totally different from each other, but you do similar jobs, but in your own way. So it's important for all of us to find that part of ourselves. Now, authenticity is our owning ourselves, our good, our bad, everything in between, and knowing that it's our values, our principles that drive our life and not someone else's influences.
Okay, and luminosity is kind of interesting.
Now, luminosity, think of it as this is what you want your grandmother to know your behavior is, the type of behavior that would be on the front of the paper. So this is, are you being the highest self? And we don't often bring our best self to every situation. So each chapter of the book that is on each topic will talk to you, explore in more detail what that is. Then it brings us to mindfulness. What we do, how does it affect ourselves? How does it affect those around us?
So if you take those into effect, all of them, how does that kind of create a better frame of mind?
Right. So when we ignite calm, it's actually a process. It's a technique that we use on the job, in our home, with our families. Things that are coming up when we're facing any stress in life, we just take a moment and we ignite calm. We ask ourselves these simple questions. Creativity. Have I looked at this problem creatively? Have I changed my perspective? There's something else that I can do differently to shift. Authentically, am I using my own values to analyze this? Sometimes we allow other people's rules and projections, but we want to access our own heart, our own divine wisdom. Sure. And luminosity. Are we being the good guy or the bad guy in the situation?
I guess that's true, right?
So we want to make sure we're going through this high vibrational filter. And mindfulness, how does this situation affect ourselves and those around us? So if we go through that really quick, it's more than just counting to 10 and taking, a peaceful moment. It's taking an active moment. It's making a decision to bring the best of yourself into whatever you're doing at the time.
Sure.
Now, if you want to know how that works, just look at it in hindsight. So look at something that didn't go so well in the past.
Figure out what went wrong then, right?
And apply that same method, and you probably would have prevented that mistake from happening.
And this is good for your family life, but also this was a business venture also.
Yes, this came about for me earlier this year. After spending, a dozen years, in yoga pants, writing, being home with my daughter, having a very creative, fun life, I went back into the corporate world for about 12 weeks. Obviously, it didn't work out that great because I was only there 12 weeks, but yet I'm sitting with you, I have a new book, and it's all great. There, I met a lot of wonderful people working really hard, but suffering because how they were going about their jobs, how they were going about their work, was hurting them. And we work too much. Most of us spend at least 45, 50 hours a week at work. And then when we get home, we complain about our work.
Sure.
Then we go out with friends,
right?
and we keep it going, exactly. So it affects all aspects of what we do. If we can kind of break that down and really do the process for ourselves.
Very good. Dr. Deborah Schneider, thanks so much for being here. Where can we find Ignite Calm?
You can buy it online. Go to my website, ignitecalm.com.
Very good. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.